The Accelerator. This is a new design. This is actually the latest shortboard design I've come up with. And this thing is unreal California board. Small California where 75 to 80% of the time it's like knee high, waist high, crumbly, not a lot of back to it, and for people that can't wait for the perfect days and gotta go in between, you know, when they're working or just when they got time, this is a great board for that. High performance board. It's by no means just, I don't want to get the wrong idea, it's not like the working man's shortboard or anything like that. And this design actually came up with from feedback from one of my team riders from Australia. Jay Phillips came out here to do some contests, and his boards we've always made for a super bank. It's a very different wave than what we get most of the time here in California. And a lot of rocker, real curvy, meant to fit in the pocket for waves that really have a lot of back input and push back at you. Here in California, a lot of times we have waves that, you know, you have to have a board that's going to generate the speed for you, and you know, to be able to do turns in real flat-faced areas and just push through where there's not much pushing back at you. And so that's what this board is designed for. It's lightning fast. Has a real low entry rocker that gets the board up and going, gets you into the wave early, and gives you that burst of speed right at takeoff. This area right in here, the entry rocker is real low and pretty flat right all the way through the middle, and that just gives you heaps of speed down the line through flat spots, anything, so you're not having to constantly wait for it. A lot of times your small waves, you know, want to wait for the pocket, pull back up into it before you can do a turn. This board just bolts, and whether it's a flat spot on the wave or a lift coming at you, you can just throw it on rail, and you're doing 2-3 turns where you'd be waiting to do one on a real curvy performance board just for good with it. It's got a little bit fuller nose outline. You see the nose is, I don't know, about a ½ inch fuller than you normally would have on your regular good wave shortboard. I recommend riding it about 1 inch shorter, about 1/4 inch wider, same thickness. I just bulk up the rails a little bit, make the rails a little bit fuller and boxier, take some of the dome out of the deck, so you get a flatter deck. What that does, the board has a little more flex to it, and a little more flex in small waves is really good because you can load the board up. It's actually kind of warping out and then springing back and creating some torque and some projection through your turns. So that's that concept. And a fuller rail in small waves is good too because it pushes back at you through the wave quicker, pushes back through your turns quicker. And tail's about 1/8 inch wider. Just get a little more area back in the tail, just more speed through the flat spots, and slightly wider tail block. Just a little bit bulked out from your regular shortboard, a little less rocker through the middle. And then another key of it is the tail rocker is it's got a real accelerated tail rocker off the back fin. And what that does, when you get a real low entry, if you're getting all this speed, you're pushing all this water through the bottom of your board, well, if you can't let that water out, you just got a real fast board that doesn't turn it all and is super stiff. So this thing, put that tail rocker, that bend right off the fin cluster, it lets that water out, and it also, when you jam on it with your back foot, just comes right around, super tight turning board, and releases real nice in the lift too.